The first rule of investing they ever teach you is buy low, sell high. It's practically gospel. But what if you could just flip that completely on its head? What if you could actually make a fortune when a company's stock plummets? It sounds impossible, I know, but that's exactly what we're going to break down. And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? How can you possibly profit from a disaster? How can you bet against a company and come out on top? Well, it's a strategy that opens up a totally different and way, way riskier side of the market. So here's the fundamental difference. Normally, you go long. It's simple, you buy some stock, you hope the price goes up, and then you sell for a profit. Going short, on the other hand, inverts the entire process. You actually sell first and buy later. You're making a bet right from the start that the price is heading straight down. Whoa, hold on a second. That makes zero sense to me. Sell first? How on earth can you sell shares that you don't even have? You can't just invent shares out of thin air and then sell them. That's not how anything works. That is the perfect question. Honestly, it's the exact point where everybody gets confused. So to make this crystal clear, let's forget about stocks entirely for a minute. We're going to use a super simple everyday analogy that'll give you that aha moment. Okay, so imagine this. You have a hunch that a brand new, amazing lawnmower is coming out next month, and it's going to make the current top-of-the-line model totally worthless. So first, you go to your neighbor and you borrow their new $1,000 lawnmower. Then you immediately turn around and sell it for $1,000 cash.
Okay, so now I've got $1,000 in my pocket, but I'm on the hook, right? I still owe my neighbor a lawnmower.
Exactly, that's the key. Your debt isn't cash. It's a physical thing, a lawnmower. So you wait, the new model comes out, and just like you thought, the price of the old one crashes down to $400. Now you take some of your cash, you go buy an identical lawnmower for only $400, and you give it back to your neighbor. Debt paid, everyone's happy. Now let's just do the quick math here. You brought in $1,000 from that first sale, but it only cost you $400 to buy the replacement and make things right with your neighbor. That difference? That's your profit. And you walk away with $600. You literally made money because the price went down. That, in a nutshell, is short selling. You borrow shares, sell them high, buy them back low, return the shares you borrowed, and you pocket the difference. Pretty clever, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds amazing. But what we just walked through is the best case scenario. It's what happens when you're 100% right. We have to talk about what happens when you're wrong, because when a short sale goes bad, it goes bad in a way that regular investing just doesn't. We're talking about a financial catastrophe. And I really want this quote to sink in for a second. It's from our source material. When you short a stock, your risk is mathematically infinite. Wait, what? Infinite? No, that can't be right. How is that even possible? I mean, with a normal stock, if I put in $100, the absolute most I can lose is $100. The stock goes to zero, my money's gone, that's the limit. How can you lose an infinite amount? And that's the terrifying part. Like you said, when you buy a stock, its price can only fall to zero. Your loss is capped. But when you short a stock, there is no ceiling. There is literally no limit to how high a stock's price can go. So if you shorted it at $100, but then the company finds a cure for cancer, that stock could shoot to 500, 1,000, 10,000. And remember, you have to buy it back at some point to return it. Your potential loss is truly unlimited. This insane, unlimited risk is what sets the stage for a short seller's absolute worst nightmare. It's a phenomenon called a short squeeze, and it's basically a panic-fueled chain reaction that can make your losses multiplied at a terrifying speed. So here's how the trap springs. A whole bunch of investors are shorting the same stock. They're all betting it's going down. But then, oops, some good news comes out and the price starts ticking up. Suddenly, all those short sellers are losing money. They start to panic. To stop the bleeding, they have to buy the stock back. But when everyone rushes to buy at the exact same time, what happens? That massive demand for the stock sends the price absolutely skyrocketing, which makes their losses even worse. And if that sounds familiar, it's because this is exactly what happened during the whole GameStop saga in 2021. Okay, so it's obviously incredibly dangerous. And yet, short selling does exist for a reason. So let's kind of wrap this up with the final takeaway and what this all really means for the average person listening. Believe it or not, despite the crazy risks, professional short sellers kind of act like the market's detectives. Because they have a financial incentive to find companies that are failing, they're often the ones who uncover massive fraud, expose big accounting scandals, and basically help keep prices from getting too ridiculous. In a way, they can help keep the system honest.
But here's the golden rule, and it's really not complicated. Short selling is an advanced, high-stakes game for professionals. Think about it. You're fundamentally betting against the market's natural tendency to go up over the long term. For just about every regular person, that risk of unlimited loss is just not a risk worth taking. The key takeaway here is simple. Avoid it.
So we'll just leave you with this final thought. Now that you understand how it works and you understand the terrifying dangers, you have to ask yourself, is any potential reward really worth a risk that has no limit? Is betting against one company really worth risking everything?